NASCAR Sprint Cup Racing on Fox is sponsored by Budweiser. Join Budweiser as we support America's troops with a $250,000 donation to the USO. You can help our efforts when you buy a Casey Kane Armed Forces die-cast car. Visit Budweiser.com for details.
You're looking at the first Southern 500. 75 cars started 3 abreast to take the green flag in 1950. 6,000 folks in the grandstand, another 3,000 in the infield. So many cars blew out tires, they asked the fans in the infield if they could borrow the spares from out of their passenger cars. Curtis Turner made 24 stops for tires. The winner, Johnny Mance, made none. More on that later. First caution of the night. Michael McDowell gets into the wall. You'll see his white number 55 come into the picture and up into the fence.
Thing had a look that maybe it had a tire going down. That thing just shot straight to the right.
Boy, it sure did, but that can happen in the second turn, I can tell you.
The pits are open. How about Krista with 6th place Jeff Burton?
Yeah, Mike, Jeff Burton was flying on the racetrack. His race car is a little bit tight. It's actually tight everywhere, but the exit is what they're going to focus on. They're going to do that with air pressure adjustment on the left side. 4 tires for the 31. Matt?
Meanwhile, the 83 of Brian Vickers, he's in the center of your screen. He says he was tight down at 1 and 2. His spotter told him probably early on because he was hitting the splitter. Meanwhile, the 9 of Casey Kane chassis adjustment, Slay one because he was loose on entry, Steve.
Matt, Jeff Gordon says he's tight everywhere, especially when he tries to get on the gas. A track bar adjustment for Jeff Gordon and 4 tires. He's on his way.
Bit of a log jam exiting. Gordon edges McMurray, or does he, coming off pit road. NASCAR has a high-speed camera there, and so do we. Who was first off pit road? Well, the pole sitter Jamie Mack has the first pit, and he's out of there.
Another close finish at Darlington.
Turns 1 and 2 at Darlington, closest to the bottom of the screen. A big wider radius than turns 3 and 4. That makes this a tough track, as you see from our aerial coverage, brought to you by DirecTV. For the most sports in HD, call 1-800-DirecTV. A second pit stop for Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, you can see they're trying to make the repairs on that right rear quarter panel. We showed him getting loose down in turn 3 and 4. And Jeff, I think, you know, you're running the speeds here that you're running. This is pretty critical to get this area fixed.
It really is, Larry. You know, NASCAR worked on, when they changed the rear spoiler, of extending that quarter panel. And the reason for that is to get some side force, to keep the car where it doesn't get loose down in the corner. And here at Darlington, you can't afford for that back end to be dancing around. They're working on that quarter panel to make sure they don't lose the handle as cars they go deeper in the race.
Also on this caution, Robbie Gordon stayed out on track and did not pit the first time around to lead a lap, pick up 5 bonus points, and try to stay in the top 35 in owner points. And Kyle Busch took only 2 tires. He came into the pits 24th, and he is now 15th.
You know, back up to Johnson real quick, Larry. They haven't really performed that well since the NASCAR went to the spoiler on these cars. They haven't won a race since they went to the spoiler. I just wonder if that's messing with these guys.
The free pass went to Carl Edwards. He was the first car 1 lap down, so he got to come around, and he's now back on the lead lap in his Aflac Ford. So we will restart with 31 cars on the lead lap. About 8 more 1 lap down, and off the track, Dave Blaney, Todd Bodine, and Reed Sorensen, who hit the wall earlier, one of 5 cars to get their Darlington stripe early tonight. Beautiful hot night in South Carolina as Jamie McMurray, who beat Jeff Gordon out of the pits to claim the lead, brings him down for the restart.
Now he's starting on the inside, and to me that might be a mistake. We'll see.
This is the first time we've had a double file restart at Darlington in the Sprint Cup Series.
Green flag at 50 laps complete, and McMurray takes off.
When you take off like that, it doesn't make any difference. 24, I don't know what happened to him. He just didn't go. That looks like last Saturday night.
I was going to say, one of his Achilles heel all year long has been his restarts.
3 wide down the back straightaway. As they race for 5th place, it's Denny Hamlin. Way down the inside, Newman was the meat in the sandwich. The 39 had to get hard on the brakes. Hamlin gets the spot. then Kane in 6th, Newman in 7th.
I think that's something those guys, Hamlin and some of the guys that raced last night, saw that was possible to do. Take that thing in on the apron, put a slide job on the guy, and get up in front of him and go.
Denny Hamlin won last night's Nationwide Series race here.
But back to that 3 wide down the back straightaway. Ryan Newman in that 39 has enough experience here. He knows somebody has to do some give and take, and he obviously did the giving there.
Bobby Labonte has hit the wall. And the number 71 Chevrolet.
Yeah, he's got a little more than a stripe down the right side of that car. You can see all the bars in the back of the car that are all bent in. In fact, he's got a tire down.
Yeah. And around he goes.
No caution yet.
You know what, Larry, as big as the apron is here, and a car just takes a slow spin like that, unless there's debris on the track.
Joey Logano spins off turn 4 and crashes the inside wall. That will bring out caution flag number 2.
Now, I wonder if it had anything to do with Bobby Labonte. Bobby Labonte had trouble off that turn just a lap before.
Well, let's first look at what happened to the former champion, Bobby Labonte, in the 71.
Here he is right here in the 71. Oh, that car just, I don't know any other way to explain it. Got in, did he get into Logano?
No, no contact, I don't believe. But now watch the orange Toyota of Logano do the same thing in the same place 1 lap later.
That thing just came around. I mean, just snapped around just like Bobby Labonte's car did.
But Darrell, he looked awfully high in that corner right there coming through there that time.
Logano looking forward at Labonte.
See, Bobby's car just the back end snapped. Mike, I saw this in practice and qualifying on new tires. The cars would be a little squirrely for a lap or two on new tires.
It happened to Joe Nemechek in practice, and he climbed out of the car and said, I just don't know what happened. That doesn't happen.
And that looks like what happened to Bobby Labonte. He just snapped.
I think we'll see what happened to Joey Logano in this 20 car here going down into turn 3 and 4. You can hear him starting to really pedal the throttle. The thing just got loose with him.
Yeah.
Elliott Sadler snuck by on the inside there. And Logano, Matt, I don't know how hard a hit that was to the inside wall, but he got it pretty good.
He tagged it pretty well, Mike. As you see the replay, Greg Zipadelli asked him what happened. He said the car was just way too loose. He said, was it the track in that section or just the car? He said, just the car, too loose.
Logano and Labonte on pit road as we work caution flag number 2. Scott Speed will get the free pass. Ready to go green. Jamie Mack against Brian Vickers on the front row this time, with Gordon 3rd, Burton 4th.
Vickers has to get to the line first. Oh, McMurray's
McMurray, yeah. Jamie took the inside. Jamie McMurray in the 1 was the leader, but Vickers did get going good on the restart, but that high line just keeps working on these restarts.
Jeff Gordon right behind McMurray jumped out of the pack for 2nd. Denny Hamlin in the 11 is up for 3rd. Vickers is 4th, and Jeff Burton 5th.
Didn't take Hamlin long to finally find his way up to the front.
A lot of smoke out of, was that Vickers' car? You don't suppose he over-revved it coming up through the gears?
I'd say that looks like tire smoke. You get low air pressure, you know, you get that real low air pressure. You're going to see that a little bit, I think.
See from the right rear as Jeff Burton hunts him down. And we're told that a look at the restart showed contact. Now watch from Denny Hamlin. Look at the 2 cars ahead. Jeff Gordon 24, Brian Vickers 83.
There you go.
We know where the smoke's coming from now. That left front fender off the 83 of Vickers.
That is a most vulnerable tire on the car.